All right. First of all, hi, Scott. Thanks so much for joining us. It's very nice to meet you. I'm just going to start, if you don't mind, with a question by one of our pundits who's joining us this week. I believe he's someone who's worked with you during your academy days, Rennie Mullerstein. You're familiar?
Yeah, very familiar.
He told us all your secrets. No, I'm kidding. He was singing praises about you. He was everything positive. He was saying you were really hardworking, full of beans. So yeah. So the question that he wanted to ask was, what was it that you think you need to add to your game or improve in your game in order to be more influential in Manchester United?
Um, yeah, good question. That there's a lot of things to be fair. There's a long list, but for me, depends what formation you play. If you're playing with a number six, if you're playing with a number eight, obviously if you're playing with a number eight, you need to get into them goal scoring opportunities and creating chances and making assists and stuff like that, and really being a threat from set pieces. And then in terms of when I'm playing number six, receiving that ball in the half turn, receiving it on the back foot, playing through the lines to Bruno, to Donny, to Paul, whoever's playing in them positions, really looking for them. And once you do the first bit, you get away from your guy, you got a bit of movement, and you turn. It's really trying to feed them passes through. And obviously I've had a few good ones with Marcus, with Dan James, with Anthony, playing that ball in behind. I feel like it's a big asset to have the big long diagonal. So for me, they're a couple of the things which I'm really nailing down at the minute.
Well, he said he worked with you when you first came into the academy, and he's very proud of the progress you've made now, all the way into the first team. But it's been an up and down season so far for Manchester United. You had some great results and also some disappointing defeats, of course. Why has it been hard to establish that consistency?
Um, yeah, it has, and obviously we're not naive to that. We know that we know that the results we've had have been a little bit inconsistent, but I feel like for us it's important to really concentrate on game after game now, and if we can start to really dominate teams, we've got Sheffield United, Leeds coming up, we've got big games in the cup coming up. So I feel like for us it's an opportunity the way that the results have gone to really nail down some proper performances and get people talking about Man United positively. And I feel like everybody looks past Man United. If they're not top of the tree, they'll just write them straight off. So I feel like for us, it's important to really concentrate on doing our job.
Well, being in the game for so long, of course, you're no stranger to certain disappointments, obviously, all throughout the years. What's that one result? What's that one advice that stuck with you from either a manager or a colleague in the game that sort of helps you through difficult times like these?
The manager always says Man United is the most highly scrutinised team in the world. So don't read the papers, don't read the press. You don't need to listen to all the carry on in the background. And honestly, that's been some of the best advice that I've had, because he's right. You have to, as a Man United player, you haven't to look too far outside of the bubble that we're in. We have to concentrate on ourselves and listen to the coaches, the manager, on how we can improve and not how millions of people think we can improve, because you just drive yourself mad listening to a load of people talking about their opinion, which for us in our group is obviously not relevant. So for us it's concentration and really trying to get us to
Just getting rid of all that noise.
Mhm.
Now, speaking of managers, though, I remember that day that Jose Mourinho gave you your first senior debut, and I remember a video surfaced and it went around the rounds of social media. This is a positive one because Sir Alex was heard to be asking Jose to play you more. Now, unfortunately, you weren't able to play under Sir Alex Ferguson, but did you have any sort of relationship with him, and what those conversations were like?
Yeah, I've seen the video. I'm not sure Sir Alex is saying for me to play more. I think he's talking about Scotland. That's what I got from it. I feel like he was saying he best play well for Scotland, that boy, because if he doesn't, I'll be straight on the phone to him. But nah, I don't think he was talking about playing me more or anything like that. I feel like that's with two ultra high profile managers like that. I very much doubt that'll be the conversation they were having at that moment in time. But yeah, obviously whatever they were talking about, they looked like they was laughing. So just as long as they are laughing, that's fine.
But we all know Sir Alex Ferguson's influence on the entire club because of the success that he is and what he's brought to the club. What sort of impact does he have on you?
Yeah, obviously just his presence in the stands is enough, and obviously the manager speaks about it a lot. Like the things that he's learned being passed through from Sir Alex is vital. You know, the importance of his legacy at this football club will remain forever. So for us, it's a real pleasure that he's still watching the games and he's here supporting us all the time.
Just kind of going back to that memory as well. I mean, do you still have that Manager's Player of the Year trophy?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Do you still have it in your home? How much does that mean to you?
Yeah, obviously that was a real nice thing, and me and Jose got on really well, you know. I feel like that's common knowledge now and everybody knows that. So for us, I've got nothing but positive things to say about Jose Mourinho. He's not my manager at the minute, and obviously Ollie is amazing with me as well. So they're two people who I've got to thank a lot for, and he's the manager of Tottenham. I want them to lose now, so that's the way it is. It's the dog-eat-dog world of football.
It is, it is. Well, yourself and the likes of Marcus Rashford, who's being the product of academy, right? You guys know the club so well, been there all your life, you know the values that Manchester United hold. Do you feel that there's an added or a different sort of responsibility in the dressing room for both you and Marcus because of that fact to spread that word to your teammates?
Yeah, that's very true. I speak to Kieran about that quite a lot, Kieran McKenna, and he reiterates the same points, you know, like being that voice and being that leader on the pitch, obviously with Marcus as well, who knows the traditional values of this football club, never letting standards slip below a certain level. And obviously for me now, as I'm getting older, I feel that responsibility to really concentrate on that and really look forward to every single game, to be a big voice in the dressing room and really push everybody forward, because I feel like it's what we need as well.
Well, you've been at the club since the age of 5 is a very known fact. What are some of your earliest memories in that club in football, and any starstruck moments that you've had?
No, not really. Like, as I say, if I was to see somebody like, I don't know, in a restaurant, like Beyonce or someone like that, I would never be like starstruck, but
You would never be struck if you see someone like Beyonce.
I wouldn't be starstruck. I'd be like, I don't know, like, I just can't really explain it. I would be like, it's amazing that they're there, but I would never be like, get so excited or anything like that, or too over the top. I would just be like, that's amazing, then that's pretty much that. So
you're a play it cool kind of guy, right?
No, not even that. Not even if you used to bump into, I don't know, say Sir Alex came, it's like, it's just a pleasure to be in somebody's presence of that magnitude, you know. So whenever we used to see him in the canteen or something like that, it was more of like, don't be nervous, don't be starstruck, be like happy to see somebody like that, and obviously be polite and respectful and so on.
So what is your least favorite duty then during your days in the academy? Obviously, you guys have a lot of things to do as young boys. What's your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing, let me think.
Did you ever have to clean boots?
No, we didn't, you know, and that sort of disappeared like years before we was in the youth team. My worst thing was probably living in digs, I would say. It's not that I disliked it, but whenever I was younger and I was 13, 14 years old, I did dislike it. I got quite homesick. I wasn't, my mum used to come and see me all the time throughout the weeks in Manchester, so that would probably be my least favourite thing that I remember from being.
Were you ever a ball boy?
No, never.
Oh, I'm surprised.
The youth team above us were ball boys in the Champions League game when Jose Mourinho was managing Real Madrid at Old Trafford against United. You'll see Dean Henderson was in the crowd, I think, that day. So yeah, that was special for them boys.
What's your greatest memory in a Manchester United shirt then?
My greatest memory was probably scoring against Man City. That was top. Like, if I could recreate that moment again, hopefully one day I will. But as I say, if I could recreate that moment again, that would be right up there.
All right, your favorite kit that you've ever worn?
My favorite kit
you've ever worn in your life?
Probably I loved last season's home kit because it was properly fitted. Like, I love stuff that's properly fitted to you, and I've got good memories in that shirt because I was playing well at the time, probably around this time, scoring a few goals and stuff like that. So yeah, very fond memories in that shirt.
All right, brilliant stuff.